This is a resolution proclaiming May 4th to the 10th, 2025 as National Correctional Officers and Employees Week. Whereas the first week of May is recognized as National Correctional Officers and Employees Week. Whereas within the County of San Luis Obispo Sheriff's Office, correctional deputies provide important services to the citizens by maintaining the safety and security of the county jail. And whereas the staff at the county jail is comprised of approximately 200 correctional sergeants, correctional deputies, correctional technicians, legal clerks, food service personnel, program staff, and 40 medical and mental health professionals. And whereas few understand the difficulties and challenges these corrections professionals face every day, they are entrusted not only with the responsibility to keep our citizens and community safe by maintaining the safety and security of the county jail, but to reform and rehabilitate individuals with dangerous and addictive behaviors. And whereas they are asked to educate society as well as diagnose and treat sick and mentally ill, these professionals do this with limited resources and often with little public awareness and acknowledgement. And whereas with the fundamental changes to California's correctional system, transferring the responsibility for supervising specific lower level offenders and parolees from state to local jurisdictions, jail personnel have had to implement different strategies to manage these new offenders. The duties carried out by these individuals have become increasingly complex and challenging. The number of inmates with substance abuse problems and medical and mental health issues are significant. Correctional deputies and custody staff work under demanding and often dangerous circumstances. And whereas the contributions made by these professionals, while not highly visible, are significant and play a vital role in our criminal justice system. And whereas the County of San Luis Obispo will recognize the valuable contributions and accomplishments of the Sheriff's Office custody staff for the important role they play in preserving public safety and maintaining a highly professional county jail. Now, therefore, be it resolved in order that the Board of Supervisors of the County of San Luis Obispo, State of California, does hereby recognize and appreciate the ongoing public service the correctional deputies and county and custody staff provide to the residents of San Luis Obispo County.
Thank you, Ian Parkinson, Sheriff Coroner. I'm joined by Captain Stephanie Landgraf. I'm going to be brief and I'm going to let her say a few words. First, thank you. I know all of you have been in the jail, sometimes multiple times, to clarify, not as a customer, as a visitor. No rumors out there. But you understand the complexities of the modern jail. You understand the challenges. You understand the difficulties of the job. It's truly a team effort in there, and I will say over the last 6 to 8 years, we have changed leaps and bounds, partly because we have a great staff, so our correctional staff, which includes correctional technicians. You mentioned the medical staff, very important. We have volunteers that go in there daily to provide assistance. It's a huge operation that people don't truly understand until you've actually seen it and experienced it. I'm super proud of the staff. Many of the changes that have been made have been at staff direction, their ideas, their goals. We have become a model jail. You mentioned a grant earlier from Department of State Hospitals. We also have, I believe, about $3 million grant for helping with this issue. But we've been a model, and they've been directing large jails to come to our jail because of the model that we demonstrate. So I'm really proud of what they've done and collectively how well they work together, because they've got a lot of different directions, and they do a great job of pulling together. So I'm going to turn it over to Captain Landgraf.
Good morning, Chairperson and Board. On behalf of the Sheriff's Office Custody Bureau, I would like to thank the Board for the recognition today. The jail is a community within our community. It is often unseen, and it plays a vital role in the criminal justice system. Like I mentioned, to many new hires or prospective employees, imagine everything you need in life: food, shelter, clothing, health care, public safety, education, transportation, just to name a few. We provide that to our small community. The only difference is many of them don't really want to live in that town. So that creates some challenges. The people you see here today represent the many job classifications that represent corrections at the county level. We work diligently to keep pace with the rate of change in this our profession. As a community, we depend on our professionalism, integrity, and strength in the face of a difficult and sometimes dangerous work environment, 24/7, 365. Collectively, we work together with our service vendors, community, and justice partners towards the common goal of public safety. Thank you very much for your time today. And just kind of off script for a moment, I'd also like to acknowledge that it's Nurse Appreciation Week, and while the nurses in the county jail are not sheriff's office or county employees, they play a large part of our overall expectations and facility safety in our collaboration to do the job well. So some of our WellPath staff are in the audience today, and I'd just like to acknowledge that as really part of our collaborative commitment to serving the population that we have. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Any further public comment on this item? If not, I'll bring it back to the Board of Supervisors. Supervisor Paulding.
Thank you, Chair. I want to say that earlier this year, I had the pleasure of doing kind of a deep tour at the jail, and I was so impressed, not only with you, Captain Landgraf, but all your staff, everybody I interfaced with, from the medical side to the healthcare, to the corrections and custody side. I really think that, you know, everything that's been done in this jail with the leadership of the sheriff and undersheriff has demonstrated a model of success, and keep up the good work. I'm super impressed. Thank you.
Supervisor Moreno.
Yeah, ditto. I've been there. I've done a couple of tours, and thank you for that. The work that you're doing, the model of success that you're showing, the improvements that have been made over the last several years to really care for the population with very, extremely challenging circumstances that you're all faced with. So thank you for the job that you do. Much appreciated.
Supervisor Gibson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The skill, the professionalism is unquestioned, and the Rezo spoke to that in considerable detail. It's all the more admirable given the amount of change that's been visited on incarceration over the course of the years. But what struck me as the resolution was being read was the references to the fact that this goes on unseen for the most part. The jail itself physically is at the end of a dead-end road that's not visible from the highway if you're properly paying attention to driving on Highway 1. I would say that there's a certain irony that especially programs like our efforts in Incompetent to Stand Trial are celebrated statewide among the profession. Locally, you ask folks how many people you think are in the jail, what do you think goes on in the jail, they haven't a clue. So it is an absolutely minimal effort to have you all here once a year. That to me is, I celebrate this. It is remarkable, but you deserve recognition far beyond this one day. So I wish you the best, give you my thanks for everything you do all year round.
Supervisor Pashang.
I'll just add in, I appreciate all you do for the community. Your professionalism is incredible. And the fact that you do it with the grace that you do and the honor that you do, really appreciate it.
And I'll add my gratitude and let you know, I think you can see how very proud we are to have this department and the way that you conduct yourselves and the way that you have become a model example across this great state with 39 million people, with a lot of folks, with a lot of problems. And you take it with compassion and you take it with intelligence, and you have just continue on this improvement and recognizing your partners like you did here with the nurses and of course, doctor. It's just really an incredible story. So thank you.